Hey, what's up everybody? Sorry I haven't posted anything in a while. Just been busy with work and school and everything. Um, Here's a little update on the Ironman suit, the Mark 38, I believe it was. I finished printing everything. I can't remember where I left off at, but I finished printing everything. I have the whole suit put together. I started spray painting the whole suit blue. I'll go through, I think I have a deep blue is the color that I have. I'll show you the suit in a couple, but I have it kind of in pieces. I made an armor stand. Can't remember if I showed it before, but I upgraded it a little bit differently to hold the suit. I got the back flaps to all open up and then close like in the movie. And I just started to kind of do a little bit of detailing with white with the, for like an example, the forearm, how there's like the white stripes and stuff. I started doing that a little bit here and there. I think I'm using acrylic paint marker just because I don't want to have to tape up every single thing, spray paint everything, and then just keep going from like that. So without further ado, I will show you the suit. So I am kind of like rearranging stuff at my place. So right now I have a few helmets right here that need to be worked on. And then the normal helmets that I have is still hung up on the wall. Some of them I made, some of them I bought at conventions. Hopefully I see some of you guys at some of the future conventions. I do plan on going to a convention, Comic-Con. Don't exactly know where, but I do want to go as the Iron Man suit. I don't know how long I'll wear the Iron Man suit just because it's going to be very crowded and I don't want to be walking like with my arms like this for a while. I'll probably stay in the suit for like an hour or so, maybe two, depending on how long I'm going to be there. But this is what the suit looks like right now. Right next to my undecorated tree. Don't say anything. So I have the whole bottom or top part. This piece did crack, so I had to re-melt plastic onto it and sand it down. So now I just need to paint that blue. Same with the legs. I kind of need to touch up a little bit of blue here and there. So this is the armor stand. The reason why this piece is down here is because I did this just to hold the weight. But last night I heard a cracking noise. I don't know if it was like the super glue falling apart from the stretchy elastic bands. I think you remember how I did this last time. So this centerpiece, I have between my legs down there, there's a buckle, and then on the side there's a buckle. On the other side there's just a elastic band, so the whole thing opens and closes like that. I got one arm right there, and then the other arm. So this is the acrylic paint marker that I was attempting to use, and it looks like it's coming out good. It doesn't really have to be perfect. Because it's kind of like battle damage, not straight lines and stuff. So this is what it looks like so far. I attempted it at first with white paint. Sorry, no, this one. I attempted it at first with white acrylic paint. Didn't come out as bright as I wanted it to. So then I started switching over to the paint markers. And I gotta go over this with the paint marker. I think I might fit in one more little stripe here. Once that's done, I think I'm gonna try to reach out to somebody with a Cricut, because if you look on the actual arm, I don't know if it's gonna focus. You can kind of see all the lettering and numbers and stuff, like 52-T. I think I'm gonna try to get photos of this as detailed as I can. Send it to somebody that has a Cricut machine so they can just print out kind of like a stencil, so then I can maybe even tape it down and spray paint, or even just cut out the letters and glue it straight to this arm. There's a couple pieces that I haven't done. Like for example, here's two of them, which is the part that goes right here with the jack. I just haven't had time to work on that. And the back flaps, like I said, can't really see it that well, but I do have a video on my phone. I'll try to attach it into this clip. all three of these open straight down like that and then close back up. So for the suit, I have all of this jungle of wires, which is, it's an Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi board is the controller. Have a bunch of wires plugged into it, and then I also have I can't remember exactly, I want to say it's a PWM 16 channel servo, which is this right here. I'll put everything in the description. Oh no, it's a PCA 16 12-bit PWM driver. So this board allows me to have, I think it's like 16 servos connected to it, and I can target specifically which ones I want. So this one right here, the first set of black, red, and yellow is pin 0. Then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. All these wires are for these ones right here. I wired up to do lights. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this. I might just do switches. And then these two right here are for the switch to turn it on and off on the servos connected to this. I 3D printed this in transparent filament for the chest piece. I'm going to try to get lights under there to light up that as well. I believe I'm going to be... I tried using LEDs, so I have a bunch of LED stuff in this electrical box right here for the suit. I used a... I can't remember what it was, but I think it was a 10 by 10 matrix grid. Wired that up. I put it on the lowest setting, but still bright enough to be bright. But because my suit's PLA, it will heat up and warp and melt the actual suit, because LEDs do get hot. They do disperse a lot of light for a low power consumption, but they do heat up. This is the final one, which fits perfectly in this. The first print that I did was a test print. It kind of fit, needed to modify it a little bit here and there, but with that piece I held it in front of the actual matrix LED panel, and it did melt this and warp it, so I can just push on it. Like I can take it and go like this and it'll just bend perfectly easily. So I'm not going to use that. What I think I'm going to be using is I might try to use these LED diodes. I'll give you a little closer one. I'll just hold a green one right now. So this is a green LED diode. So there's two legs. One is positive and one's negative. And you just wire it up like that. If you want, you could even put a battery, like a C-cell battery, I think it is. It's the small circle batteries. If you put it right in between there, you can pull this down and this will light up. But yeah, so I'm going to try to attempt to do that. I do have a wide variety of colors. Obviously, white, green, red, yellow, blue. I will probably do the experimentation on all the other colors before I switch to the white, so I don't use up all the white. So for each color, it says it on here, each color there's a certain amount. So for the white ones, the voltage is 2.8 volts to 3.6 volts. Current is 20, and then yellow is 1.8 volts to 2.3 volts. Green is 2.8 volts to 3.6 volts. Red is 1.8 volts to 2.3, and blue is 2.8 to 3.6 volts. So that's how much power it can pull into these. Obviously, the more lights you add, the more power it's going to take and draw to be able to light up. So hopefully I'm going to try to use the white ones to put behind this, so these will not heat up because they won't be taking that much power. And when I was telling you about the flaps that I did for the back of the Iron Man suit over there, so this was the actual beginner model before I did anything to the suit. So what I took was, I took in the whole chest piece, I went on my computer and I cut out the part that's like right here, obviously on my back, just cut out that piece of the suit, printed it separately. So that is what's right on here. And then this is the flap that I made. I added some spacers in between. This is a servo where the servo can sit in there. I made this custom horn for, I just took a little wire that I have and I bent it up to shape and everything. So when the servo sits in here and it's sitting this way, once I turn it on, it rotates it so it goes down and around, and it'll shoot it straight out like that. and then it'll close back up. So all three of them go down like this, and then they all three close like that. I just kept this so I can show you guys a base model on how I did it, what I did. I just took a little piece of filament. I think actually I used, yeah, so this little piece right here, I used the 3D printing pen, whatever shape that is, an oval with a flat on one side. I don't know if you guys can see it that well. And then I just melted a little pin, put a hole through it, folded the wire around it like that. So then I cut a hole in the actual backing right here, this little hole right here. I cut that in the suit 3 times so the arm can fit in or go through, so then the back part goes like this. And what controls this is that Arduino board that I showed you a couple seconds ago. I still have to wire, everything's coded and it works. I just need to finish painting the suit, then I can print a box to hold all the motherboard so nothing gets affected. I don't know how I'm gonna go to get the wires to all stay flat inside there. I think I might hot glue them all together so they don't come unplugged. That I need to figure out where I'm gonna mount it, what my idea is. So obviously the lower piece is filled up, but the upper chest part, there's a huge space in the front and the back. I think what I might have to do is like wire or mount everything on the inside right here, and then have a wire going down, and I plug it in down here to connect the back piece to the upper half of the chest piece. This chest piece does not have the spines on it. The spine part is on the lower half that's connected to the groin or the nether region, and then it shoots from here and it goes up to up to about here, and then from here up is the actual top half. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do, but I'm not gonna do any of the mounting of the wires until the whole suit's done getting painted, because I don't want to have it possibly hit it, bang it, mess it up in the process of painting. I will try to post a little bit more, and I will do a little bit of upgrades, not upgrades. I will do a little bit more updates on the suit when it gets closer and closer. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for staying tuned to my channel. It really means a lot. Once again, sorry for not posting anything in a while, and I will see you guys in the next video.